A massive fire has destroyed more than 200 years of artifacts in Brazil's National Museum. People there are pointing to budget cuts and poor maintenance for loss. RT's Rachel Blevins has the story.
More than 20 million artifacts were destroyed when a massive fire engulfed the National Museum in Rio de Janeiro, sparking protests as citizens condemn their government for failing to prevent this devastating tragedy. The images were heartbreaking and the scene was tragic as fire engulfed the 200-year-old museum. While the outer structure remains standing, officials who have surveyed the inside of the museum fear that 90% of its artifacts have been destroyed. The National Museum proudly housed the oldest skeleton in the Americas, rare dinosaur fossils, and countless indigenous artifacts. In a statement, the museum's director, Alexander Kellner,
"It doesn't help to just cry. It's necessary for all the authorities that have the resources, specifically the federal government, to help the National Museum put its history back together."
The fire started Sunday evening and raged through the night as firefighters reported that attempts to contain the massive blaze were delayed because two nearby hydrants were dry. Heartbroken residents are now blaming the government for recent budget cuts in the name of austerity and for failing to prepare for the possibility of a fire. Dozens of members of the public gathered outside of the museum to assess the damage, with riot police reportedly resulting to using tear gas on the crowd at one point. The public is also accusing the government of prioritizing politics over culture and education, with recent major expenses including the 2016 Olympics in Rio, which cost the country more than $13 billion. The current administration is being criticized for failing to value Brazil's history before this devastating loss, and the museum's budget was lowered from $130,000 in 2013 to just $84,000 in 2017. A director from the National Museum revealed that after months of debate, the Brazilian government's development bank had recently agreed to a funding plan that included a fire prevention project, a long-awaited deal that is now too little too late. Ultimately, no matter the estimate for restoring Brazil's National Museum, the cost of the lost artifacts are far greater than anything money can buy, and many citizens now blame their government for an immeasurable loss that they believe should have been prevented. In Washington, Rachel Blevins, RT.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.